Shavua Tov, everyone. I hope all is well. Traveling a bit, so therefore the posts of this particular series might be a bit later due to the time change of where I am. One of the things that happen often in various places is that when you daven, you see yourself, namely, not necessarily a mirror, but sometimes you see your reflection of yourself in the window of the shul. And the question is, are you allowed to daven in front of such a thing? Indeed, the Mishnah Berurah says explicitly in Tsiman Tzadik, Seif Katan Ayin Aleph, that you're not allowed to daven in front of a mirror because Davening kמשתחוה לבבואה שלו, because it looks like you're davening to yourself, like you're bowing down to yourself. And therefore, he says, even when you close your eyes, it's Asur, because ultimately it looks like you're davening to yourself. The question is about not a mirror per se, but rather a window that sometimes sees the reflection of yourself. The truth of the matter is, I believe that two things have to happen. Number one, in terms of kavana, you should close your eyes and not look in the mirror and look at yourself davening. And number two, if you do that, I believe it's okay, because the Shut Shevet HaLevi says that it's only when you have an actual mirror that it's a problem. But if it's not a mirror, but rather it's something else, then it's probably okay. Because in the same Mishnah Berurah it says that you're not allowed to daven in front of various pictures in the shul, because again it looks like you're davening to the pictures. Says the Shevet HaLevi that if, let's say, it says Shiviti Hashem lenegdi tamid, something along those lines, some sort of a verse, a pasuk, he says it's okay because actually it helps your kavanah. It doesn't ruin your kavanah. And therefore, from this perspective, I believe that if it's not an actual mirror per se, and you close your eyes or you look in a siddur, then I believe it's okay. I'll just end with the following story. It's also prohibited to daven in front of immodest sights. So once Rav Soloveitchik was at a wedding, and the bride was wearing a sleeveless dress, which is a problem to make a bracha in front of. So he asked for a siddur. Very sensitively, he asked for a siddur, and they waited and waited and waited till they got a siddur. And finally, the father of the bride said, Rabbi Soloveitchik, don't you know the brachot by heart? And he said, no, it's actually more proper to use a siddur, which is, I think, beautiful. More proper, indeed halachically, because you're not supposed to say it in front of an immodest sight, and yet, at the same time, be sensitive to the person and not go ahead and say, well, I can't make a bracha because she's not dressed properly. Have a wonderful day.